2.0, ActiveSync 3.8, WSH 5.6, Microsoft Data Access Components 2.81 SP1, WMI 1.5 and Speech API 4.0. Office XP is the last version of Microsoft Office that is compatible with Windows 98.79. Although Windows 98 does not fully support Unicode, certain Unicode applications can run if the Microsoft layer for Unicode is installed. System requirements. The two major versions of Windows 98 have minimum requirements needed to be run. Minimum system requirements field system comments Windows 98, 80, 2nd edition, 81. Processor Intel 80486 66 MHz wire Pentium processor recommended, 82. RAM 16 MB 24 MB 24 MB recommended. It is possible to run on 8 MB machines with /NM option used during the installation process. Storage upgrading from Windows 3.1 or 95:1 MB, typically 195 MB. New installation. FAT16 165 355 MB, typically 225 MB. New installation, FAT32 140 255 MB, typically 175 MB. The amount of space required depends on the installation method and the components selected, but virtual memory and system utilities as well as drivers should be taken into consideration. Display VGA or higher resolution monitor, 64480, media driver DROM or DVD-ROM driver floppy install is possible but slow input Microsoft mouse or compatible pointing device. Users can bypass processor requirement checks with the undocumented /NM setup switch. This allows installation on computers with processors as old as the Intel 80386.83. Limitations. Windows 98 is only designed to handle up to 512 MB of RAM without changes. 84. The maximum amount of RAM the operating system is designed to use is up to 1 GB of RAM. Systems with more than 1.5 GB of RAM may continuously reboot during startup. 85. Both Windows 98 and Windows 98 2nd edition have problems running on hard drives of capacities larger than 32 GB in systems with certain Phoenix BIOS configurations. A software update fixed this shortcoming. 86. In addition, until the release of the Service Pack 1 update of Windows XP in 2002, all versions of Windows were unable to handle hard drives larger than 137 GB in size with the default drivers, due to the operating system lacking support for 48-bit logical block addressing at API disk drives. 87. Support life cycle. All computers running Windows NT 4.0 Workstation, Windows 2000 Professional, and Windows 98 can be directly upgraded to Windows XP Professional. Support for Windows 98 under Microsoft's Consumer Product Life Cycle policy was originally planned to end on the 30th of June, 2003, 88. However, in December 2002, 89. Microsoft extended the support window to the 16th of January, 2004. 90. This date would then be extended again to the 30th of June, 2006 on the 13th of January, 2004, 91, up to a final end of support date of July 11, 2006, 92, citing support volumes in emerging markets as the reason for the extension. 89. Retail availability for Windows 98 ended on the 30th of June, 2002, 90, and later became completely unavailable from Microsoft in any form, through MSDN or otherwise, due to the terms of other related settlements Microsoft made with Sun Microsystems. 93. The Windows Update website continued to be available after Windows 98's end of support date. However, in 2011, Microsoft retired the Windows Update v4 website and removed the updates for Windows 98 and Windows 98 SE from its servers. 94.95 reception. Windows 98 was released to generally favorable reviews, with praise directed to its improved graphical user interface and customizability, ease of use, 96, 3031, 97, and the degree to which it addressed complaints that users and critics had with Windows 95.97. Michael's suite of smart computing characterized it as heavily integrating features of the Internet browser, and found file and folder navigation easier. 96. 3031 Edbot of PC computing lauded the bug fixes, easier troubleshooting, and support for hardware advances such as DVD players and USB. However, he also found that the operating system crashed only slightly less frequently, and criticized the high upgrade price and system requirements. Herald did 4 stars out of 5. 97. Sales. Windows 98 sold 530,000 licenses in its first 4 days of availability, overtaking Windows 95's 510,000. 98. It later sold a total of 580,000 and 350,000 licenses in the first and second months of availability, respectively. 99. In the first year of its release, Windows 98 sold a total of 15 million licenses, 2 million more than its predecessor. However, International Data Corporation estimated that of the roughly 89 million shipped computers in the desktop market, the operating system had a market share of 17.2%, compared to Windows 95's 57.4%. Meanwhile, the two operating systems continued to observe a trend whereby Windows 98 improved in sales performance, whereas Windows 95 dwindled. 100. After a legal dispute and subsequent settlement with Sun Microsystems over the former's Java Virtual Machine, Microsoft ceased distributing the operating system on the 15th of December, 2003, 101. And IDC estimated that a total of 58 million copies were installed worldwide by then. 102. References. 1. Microsoft Windows 98 Second Edition released to...
So, not read this, just download yesterday a new copy. So this is from the 3rd December, that's from yesterday, it's the 4th December today. So they sold like 60 million copy, and if they're making just $50 each, so that's 3,000 million dollars or more. So they make a lot of money, and they made a lot of money on the Windows 3. Then Microsoft took this mountain of this many thousand of millions dollars. They took this many thousand of millions dollars to make Windows ME and Windows XP, and that's probably sold tens of millions. So Microsoft is making a lot of money. They still do that. It's just on the Windows, but Microsoft making all kind of other software like gaming software and server. They're making all kind of software. They're not just only making Microsoft Windows, but almost software is running on still running on Microsoft Windows. All PC games. So they have like 100% monopoly. Yes, but this video is 3 parts. is soon 1 p.m. I will get something to drink, then I will continue next video. We could, I think I will take a short break.